This is a smartphone called Arirang 151. Like other phones, it has a camera and a battery that stores electricity. For reasons we do not know, you can connect a keyboard and mouse to it. You might say, oh, why can't our mobile phones allow us to connect a keyboard and mouse? You cannot install a keyboard and mouse on your mobile, and you also cannot buy this Arirang 151 phone because it is exclusively for North Korea. Yes, you might think, does North Korea even have smartphones? Not only smartphones, but even regular phones are something new in North Korea. It's not that phones didn't exist at all, they did, but only for the government and the military. However, since 2008, a license has been issued allowing some people to have smartphones. With the help of other countries, they established a mobile network called Koreolink. You might ask, with the help of which country? The Western countries did not help, and the Eastern ones did not either. That's why Egyptians came and set up this network. Koreolink is unlike any mobile network in the world. This network only works for itself. This means that with the phones connected to it, you can only call within North Korea, and it does not connect to the internet. These phones are dumb phones, which are not only not smart, but also quite limited. Of course, if you ask someone from North Korea if they are connected to the internet, they will say yes. But their internet is a limited political network that has nothing to do with the internet we know. They can only connect to official government websites that primarily serve to promote the North Korean government. In 2014, Kim Jong-un allowed these photos to be published so that people could see them. These photos show that North Korea supposedly has an advanced factory and is producing smartphones. However, we must say that these images are all fake because North Korea does not produce smartphones at all, and the Arirang 151 is a Chinese phone called Uniscope U1201. It is clear that this phone came from China, but was manufactured at the request of North Korea, specifying what features it should and should not have. For example, the most important difference is that this phone in China has Android installed on it, but in North Korea the Android system is not permitted at all. Therefore, the Chinese, at the request of North Koreans, created a very simple operating system for them that only performs tasks that the North Korean government wants. After these photos were published, a group of software engineers in Germany tried to access the North Korean operating system to see what features these phones actually have. They succeeded, and the first thing they noticed was that the phones were filled with various games, 5 different versions of Angry Birds, Super Mario, and Candy Crush, all made in the West but installed on these phones without copyright. They realized that there was no app store and no applications could be installed. This means that only the applications installed at the factory exist. Of course, if you want to access the App Store, you need the internet, which they do not have. An odd thing that the German software engineers found on the phones is that you cannot delete anything from them. This means you cannot delete photos, videos, applications, or anything else. This is probably to ensure that if you take a video or photo of something inappropriate, they can find it and delete it. Therefore, it becomes clear that you cannot take inappropriate photos or videos. However, when they investigated further, they found that the places selling these phones are only in Pyongyang, and 95% of the people in North Korea, even in Pyongyang, cannot afford to buy these phones. This means they are somewhat made only for the top 5% of the population. Tourists who have visited North Korea report that the shops selling these phones are the only ones that can manipulate people's phones. This means that the keys to all the phones are with them. If you want to delete something, add something, or download something, you have to take your phone to these shops. The things you want, they have on their computers. Not that they are connected to the internet, but they have authorized applications and can install or delete them. Although it is unlikely, we think that one of the North Koreans has hacked it and knows how to connect to the free internet. In this regard, the German software engineers realized that the Chinese who designed this software made it in such a way that it is impossible to do such things. When you open an authorized application on these phones, the operating system automatically checks all the applications on the phone to ensure that there are no modifications or problems. Then, when you try to open the application you want, if it has been modified even slightly, a red flag will appear and the phone system will completely lock up. You will have to take it to those same shops where they will report it, and it will be unclear what will happen to you. This means that the communist system in China, especially in these phones, has provided a good experience for them, allowing them to create something for North Korea that cannot leak. The RON 151 is designed so that every time you open an application, a screenshot is automatically taken, and these screenshots are saved in a folder that only the government can access. If you have seen the Edward Snowden clip, you know that he revealed that the NSA in the United States has access to all cameras and phones. You might say, well, North Korea is like America. Their government has access to cameras and phones too. But the difference is that the U.S. looks for anti-security issues while they look for the slightest violation against the Kim Jong-un regime, and in that case, the person is either executed or sent to a labor camp. So here we understand that North Korea is not as closed as it seems. Its people can play Angry Birds, play Super Mario, and call each other. This is progress in itself. If you have seen previous videos about North Korea, you will realize that these phones and games have made significant advancements. Please share your thoughts. Thank you for staying with us to the end of the video. Goodbye.